They carried me through town like a trophy they just won. They got nothing but compliments and congratulations from everyone. As a baby, they could hardly wait for the moment I could walk. Then they would repeat words again and again to teach me how to talk. My parents were determined to prove I was the greatest kid. They made me feel so special and praised everything I did. But they and many after them had a completely different plan, which is where my disdain for human beings truly all began. I thought the sky was the limit until the day that I was grounded. How could you embarrass me like that? Oh, how those words resounded. The lesson started on that day, but it was some time before I would see that I would constantly seek approval and permission to be me. I guess my parents had gaps in their life that they wanted me to fill. Their lost hopes and ambitions were disguised as my free will. I salvaged scraps of self-esteem through the few good people that I met. They weren't reminding me how stupid I was, which made it easy to forget. I had to learn to prioritize and compromise intellect for looks. I gave up on my imagination as I disposed of all my books. I used to have such great conversations until the day I got a phone, and I became more disconnected with every new gadget I owned. So desperate for a comforting voice, yet there was no one I could call because everyone's busy being busy, even though none of them were busy at all. So uncomfortable with silence, they'd force themselves to speak, but never ever of their feelings for fear of looking weak. When I told friends I was free of debt, they thought it was a joke. I didn't know that I was broken. I was happy to just be broke. A way to make new friends. I thought social media would be fun, but as I amassed hundreds of friends, I felt like I had none. When I tried to share my thoughts with others, they made me feel like I was rude. No one allowed my voice to be heard, so I simply silenced it with food. My train ride to work was the only socializing I had left, but headphones and cell phones made everyone blind and deaf. I once thought I had a purpose, but I replaced it with a job. Potential to be my own great machine, but now I am my boss's cog. Hoping for a human contact, I ventured to the crowded mall, but automatic doors, faucets, and lighting would mean I would touch nothing at all. But it seems like everyone goes shopping whenever they get bored. Their wallets filled with credit cards to buy what they can't afford. No matter where you look, there are ads relentlessly shoved in your face because if you're not constantly buying something, then you're just a waste of space. I have memories from all sorts of places that apparently no one knows because they all became places to eat or somewhere to buy larger clothes. Whenever I was in pain, I cried. Now I just swallow a pill because whatever people don't understand, they only seek to kill. I stopped saying when I grow up the moment I realized I was grown. So when I lost permission to be a child, I had one of my own. A car, an address, a house full of stuff. But all I really have now is debt because I replaced resourcefulness with insurmountable regret. I thought I knew something about life. Apparently, I was wrong because instead of living twice as much, we should just live twice as long. A glorified storage unit is what I'm now forced to call my home. I have irrevocable envy for the homeless because at least they are free to roam. Think whatever you will of me, but this was all that I could do to summarize my life's tragedy in a letter signed sincerely, me and you and you and you. Thank you.